Hello, I'm Max, and I make weekly videos. Currently, I'm on the Birmingham to Stratford-upon-Avon Canal. But this time I'm not going to Stratford-upon-Avon. It's a 4-hour bike ride. I have to apologise for not making a video. I've just really not been in a good place to do it. I tried to make some, honest. Don't believe me? Here's some footage of when I went to Guernsey. I'm not even going to try and explain it. If you're wondering, Guernsey's a sort of British island off the coast of France. It's complicated, okay? And yes, I will be doing the punishment. I have something in mind, and I'll probably do it this weekend. Now it's time for a new feature. This day in history. God, that's cheesy. I'm filming this on the 30th of November, but it's going to go up on the 1st of December. So for you in the present day, happy anniversary for Ukraine's independence. Yes, 1st of December 1991, I think. Ukraine gained independence from Russia. And Russia has had no influence over Ukraine since. This walk would be going towards the city centre, but unfortunately, we can't. Repairs have been done to the canal towards the city centre from where I live, and they were supposed to finish mid-November. They still haven't. Birmingham City Council! Wasn't sure what this video was going to be about, given this is completely unscripted, but now I have something. Thank you, Birmingham City Council. In other news, 19th century graffiti. Given most of the people who subscribe to my channel are Americans, and a good number of people who watch my videos aren't from the UK, you won't have much clue about the kind of governance structure of the UK, and I'm not going to bore you with it too much. Essentially, when it comes to local government, the UK has two different types of local government. Unitary government, where they have all the powers, or essentially split government, where maybe a town council has half the powers and a larger county council has the other half of the powers. I'm on a bridge, I'm on a bridge, I'm on a bridge, I'm on a bridge. Well, when I say councils have powers, the extent of powers local government has in the UK is very limited, but that's not the point. Anyway, as I was saying, split councils often refer to places like London itself. London, in a way, technically isn't really a city. It has 32 borough councils. Each of those can make decisions about maybe healthcare, housing planning, other basic things. And there's a wider Greater London Council, which has powers over the tubes and bin collections. Again, basic things. But here in the city of Birmingham, which is a unitary council, it has both those sets of powers. Does anyone remember this from a previous video? Anyway, some more kind of boring politics, but it's necessary. Essentially in the UK at the moment, a lot of people are arguing that a lot of the economic and political focus is in London and the southeast of England. And in terms of the economy, they're right. It's just everything's in the southeast of London. There's a lot of calls recently to devolve that power to cities like Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, Sheffield, essentially Northern England cities. And Birmingham doesn't seem to have been doing as much. Well, at least the media's not covering it as much. Birmingham City Council! But Birmingham City Council really has the clout when it comes to this. Because Birmingham's a unitary authority, it's actually the largest single unitary authority in Western Europe. So this city has more power in itself than places like Berlin, London, Paris? Not in the sense they have more economic power, but if you're in charge of the council, you have more powers to do stuff. Let's say you're mayor of London, and there is an elected mayor of London, you don't actually have much in the way of power. There's only so much you can do within your own city, but the significance of the position allows you a lot of great influence throughout the country. It's in the same way the US president, domestically, doesn't have much power compared to other heads of state. Yes, on the world stage, he, and I say he because there's only been male presidents, sorry, has a lot of power of influence, but at home, it's growing, but not quite as others. Compare that to the British Prime Minister, domestically, they have a lot of influence and power. On the world stage, a bit, but not enough really. And this is the same if you're in charge of Birmingham City Council. You have a lot of power domestically, but in the wider UK, you don't get much attention really. Anyway, I've been going off on a massive tangent. Back to the topic itself. Essentially, I'm all in favour of Birmingham City Council being given greater powers. It is a fact though that local governments are more receptive to the people they serve because, well, they're on the doorstep. It's like if everything in America was decided in Washington, the people in California will go, what the hell? Yes, I did a degree in history and political science. Thank you, Birmingham. Greater powers is great. What the Birmingham City Council really wants is more funding. But as we know, around the world, funding is tight. Thank you, austerity. It's all very well to be given these powers, but what can you do with the powers when you have no money or funds? It all comes down to money. Then again, if Birmingham's allowed these powers, Why not more rural areas or more conservative areas of the country allow these powers? As much as I wouldn't want to give it to them, they'd have to be allowed it as well. And that's where it leaves it a bit Again, history and political science graduate, thank you University of Birmingham. Because when you see states in America with a lot of local autonomy restrict LGBTQ rights, reproductive rights, women's rights, gay marriage rights, blah blah blah. It's been a while since I made a video, leave me alone. Then you think, should we really trust local government with more power? In America they're kind of doing these things. Would I want that here? Now don't get me wrong, I much prefer UK politics to the American system of politics and their ideology. I'm very glad our Conservatives are our Conservatives. Compared to the Republican Party, it's a Conservative-led government in the UK that legalised same-sex marriage in England and Wales. Compared to the Republicans. Scotland has gay marriage now, I think, as well. Northern Ireland? Ha! Ha! No. And who says Birmingham doesn't have any industry anymore? One way to safeguard these freedoms is to have a written constitution where they're written into it. But in the UK, we don't have a written constitution. Thank you, UK. So it's a tricky situation for someone like me, but overall I think I'm going to come down on the side of more devolved power to local governments. We've had decades and decades of more centralised power, and it's not been perfect, to be honest. I don't know if I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to be making a video every single day of December. I'm going to regret that pledge. Anyway, I've been Max, and ta-ra. Essentially, when it comes to local government, the UK has two types of different